Hi folks, and welcome to Anik FPV channel. Today I'm going to talk about the Runcam Split HD camera, and let's keep this video as short and as informative as possible. Let's go straight to the tests. So, this is the first video that I recorded on this quad. I think the quality of the video is very good. Of course, the white balance floats and the camera does not have a very wide dynamic range. Let's check the properties of the video file. This is 2.7K video, 4:3 aspect ratio, 60 FPS, 4208-bit video. Nothing special here, but check the overall bitrate. It's 92 megabits per second. For a camera of this size, this looks really good. The picture looks clear and sharp. Of course, this does not reach the level of the GoPro and DJI action cams. Either the optics, the lens are weak, or the resolution of the sensor itself has some room for improvement. The module itself as a video recorder works fine, but as the gyro recorder it has some problems, at least with the older firmware. Let's pick this file. It was the 7th motion data from the 7th. We can also check the lens profile. It was a Split HD. There are already some presets. Let's pick this one, for example. Then look at these traces. Clearly it has some problems. Here you see, for example, this is the peak we don't need. Here is also another peak. Of course there is some noise, we can filter it out, but let's try to apply the low pass filter 40. The traces look smooth, that should be fine, but this one, for example, what is this? There is nothing, so it was just a straightforward flight. But we can still try to stabilize the footage. But as you see, the synchronization failed somehow. There is something wrong and it cannot synchronize and stabilize footage properly. First of all, it's because the axis order is wrong. Here it should be Y and then Z. Everything what I show you now applies only to the first version of the firmware. Probably you will get the firmware that is already fixed. So let's try to synchronize again. Okay, what we see here that it's almost synchronized properly, but the traces are still a bit off. We have to manually pick this and move it like this. This looks more or less good. I will not make it perfectly because it anyways will not work properly, but I will show you. Good, this looks already like a stabilized footage. It's stabilized just a bit now, but sometimes it zooms in without any need, sometimes it shakes a bit, so I was trying a lot. So I did a lot of tests. As you see here, I did 14 tests and none of them were good. After that, I started to think about what should we do further. The next test will be like this. I already flashed the newest firmware to the Split, version 1.3.1, I think. Also, I'm using ND filter now. Also, it has a rubber ring inside of it, and I don't think that you can even lose it, so it's good. Okay, it records. Let's go. And yes, this looks much better now. It got synchronized properly in gyroflow without any problem. It worked automatically. I didn't even have to manually change offset to merge the traces perfectly, and it worked as it should. But there are also some downsides in the newer firmware, and this is, for example, the bitrate. As you see, on the left is 2.7K 16:9, and on the right side is a 2.7K 4:3 aspect ratio, and the bitrate dropped significantly. On the left side we have 50 megabits and on the right side 60 megabits. It's still much better than the footage you usually get from the DVR from DJI goggles, but it's not 100 megabits anymore. The footage is a bit worse, but still usable. As you see, the quality is still okay. There are still some problems with the white balance and with the dynamic range, but if you color grade it properly and the lights will not be too harsh, I think the footage will look decent.
Didn't mean those things, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter anyway. We've been here one time too many. Wonder what will happen next. We both know that this ship's going down. Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see through. promised that nothing would break us, that we'd always find a way. When all was said and dust had settled, something didn't feel the same. We both know that this ship's going down. Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see-through. Let's save ourselves the courtesies, 'cause we're see-through. We both know how this thing goes. Should I leave or should you? There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see-through. See-through, 'cause we'll see through. We are see-through.
Okay, short summary. Of course, this camera is not suitable for expensive high-quality projects, but if you're gonna use this footage for social networks, for example, it's quite possible that your audience will not notice the difference on a small smartphone screen. And after all, it's only an alternative to the DVR module that you usually get in your DJI goggles. If you enjoyed this video, press like, subscribe to the channel, leave the comments below, and also check the description. There are some links where you can check the price and availability in your region. That's all for now. Bye.
Through.